Media practitioners seek government intervention in Akbc. Recall glory days of the station. Dunn advocates capacity building for real estate practitioners. Akwa Ibom State Independent Electoral Commission to deploy 14,000 security personnel, 13,000 ad hoc staff for local government elections. Petrol costs puts NNPCL in financial duress. Details of these and other stories in a moment. Good afternoon and thanks for joining us. I am Akaniene Ukpong. The chairman of Akwa Ibom State Independent Electoral Commission, Akbc, Elder Niedi Abasi Koiwak, says 14,000 security personnel and 13,000 ad hoc staff will be deployed for the forthcoming local government polls in Akwa Ibom. He was briefing newsmen yesterday at the corporate headquarters of the commission in Uyo.
Koiwak said that the commission was on course with the timetable which was released on June 4, 2024 and assented by Governor Moino on the amended electoral law in Akwa Ibom State. He said 14,000 security personnel, 13,000 ad hoc staff are to be deployed for the council polls, adding that the commission will publish the final list of candidates on Wednesday, September 4, after which only the courts can give an order for substitution.
As at today, we have accomplished all what we were supposed to do up to today. Apart from the issuance of the notice, we have had stakeholders meeting with the political parties and have a buy-in on the programs of the elections. We have also had our meetings with consultative committee on election security, which has the CP and all other of security agencies in the states.
The Akbc chairman further said that out of 19 political parties that were notified about the polls in the state, only 12 returned their nomination forms to the commission, and that a total number of 4,353 units and 369 wards in the 31 local government areas have been captured for the exercise.
By the time the lists are put out, the next list, it means that nobody can add or remove from that list, except when the court says otherwise. And the parties are doing their campaign, which will stop on the night of the 3rd. By 12 o'clock of the 3rd, that campaign will stop and we will move into the elections on the 5th.
He commended the media for the support given to the commission in promoting their activities and assured a further cooperation all through the period of the exercise. The local government election will be held across Akwa Ibom State on Saturday, October 5, 2024.
Stakeholders, founders of Nigeria Union of Journalists and veterans in Akwa Ibom have called on government to look into the plight of Akbc by restoring its lost glory, especially during this era of competitive broadcasting. They made the appeal during the 37th anniversary of the first chapel of the state NUJ, the Akbc TV chapel.
During a lecture to mark the 37th anniversary celebration of the Akbc TV chapel, one of the founding fathers of the NUJ, Chris Ikpoto, said Akbc has remained in the status it was 37 years ago, pleading with government to give the corporation a facelift as done in other state media-owned organizations. Comrade Ikpoto, who was in bended knees while making the appeal, said no facility in Akbc has been updated since its commencement of operation in 1987, the year he, Kamfat Umana, Hussein Ekanam and others started the Nigeria Union of Journalists in the state.
if you are a pioneer and you lead this thing for, it's painful that the station still remains at the level that we started. 37 years after, people are not, government is not interested in moving this thing up, but they expect a lot of it, a lot of something from decades. How do they do it? They'll come back after 6 years of my retirement and still be playing and say, what is that what it was? What is that what it was? Then there's something wrong with the government. No, something is not wrong with it, it's wrong with the government.
The state chairman, Nigeria Union of Journalists, Comrade Moseto, said Akbc has been in a sorry state for far too long, beseeching the state government to overhaul the state of the corporation, knowing that it is owned by Akwa state government. Amos congratulated Akbc TV Chapel for attaining 37 and all the giant strides recorded over the years, lauded the chairman of the chapel, Comrade Paul, and DESCO members for putting up such a history-making event.
I want to thank you all for the support that we've enjoyed. Everything that concerns Akbc TV is always there to the State Council. Today, our emphasis is more on ensuring that we keep Akbc TV on the air news. I am very excited about this thing because several months ago, when the governor said he was going to make Akbc TV go on the internet, DSTV. It is one issue we have been emphasizing, but before we go to that level, let us try to overhaul the station so that we meet up with modern day technical station to run successfully.
Others who lended their voices to the Akbc matter were the Akbc TV Chapel Chairman, Comrade Paul, a director in news and current affairs in the corporation, Justice Udosoro, press secretary to the wife of the governor, Comrade Utbekong, special assistant to the governor on electronic media, Comrade Samuel Ayara, and others.
We'll continue to improve, innovate, tell stories that matter, and provide a platform for voices that need to be heard. Let me use this opportunity to call on government to look into the plight of Akbc and restore its lost glory so that the level of the heroes past in the corporation and in the chapel will not be in vain.
We'll see the hallmark, the tradition, the spirit, the zeal that belongs to the
Professor of Real Estate Development Appraisal, University of Uyo, Professor Francis Udodo, has advocated the building of adequate capacity among real estate academics and professionals through regular training, seminars, and workshops. Professor Udodo made the advocacy while presenting the 104th inaugural lecture of the University of Uyo on the topic Real Estate Investment Decision, the Appraisal Pedagogy. Margaret Bassey was there for the following report.
Professor Udodo, who noted the growing concern to reliability, consistency, and rationality of undertaking investment appraisal for real estate investments, stated that the negative consequences are abundant uncompleted projects and collapsed structures littering major streets in Nigeria. He expressed the urgent need for regulatory bodies to come up with laws and policies that encourage partnership in practice of consortium of experts to promote specialized skills, provides better access to information on jobs availability and funding to execute such jobs. The 104th inaugural lecturer said to forestall the negative occurrences in real estate, government, corporate institutions, private organizations and individuals need to seek professional services of qualified estate surveyors and valuers to prepare visibility and viability appraisal reports of projects prior to their execution.
Why real estate has to do with those things you can see, those things you can touch, those things you can ascribe value to, land, building, infrastructure. Real property only has to do with the interest attached to them. Every stage of real estate investment, there are risks attached to it. And these risks are due to the design of the building material use, the construction technique used, the funding, legal, environmental quality. The extent of this risk depends on the type, nature, location, and possibly the late terms.
Responding, the Vice Chancellor of the University of Uyo, Professor Nyaudon Dayo, commended the inaugural lecturer for postulating solutions to the problems of the real estate profession, noted that it will solve the avoidable problems of collapsed buildings in Nigeria. Professor Ndayo said inaugural lecture is a major requisite for professors in the institution who must address issues of public importance to a wider audience beyond a classroom setting.
It was not all pronounced professor for nothing. You can agree with me that he has done well. He has dissected the topic. He has expressed it. In fact, he has answered his father's name or summarized it. Let's put our hands together for him. So my solution is that he is one professor that the system, University of the system, and any other university will be very proud of. And therefore we make no mistake in pronouncing him a professor. I want to thank the family, God and family, for allowing him to work for us. I know he will still achieve more by God's special grace.
High points of the event was the presentation of the 104th inaugural lecture textbook to the Vice Chancellor, who in turn presented a gift to the inaugural lecturer. Margaret Bassi, Akbc News.
The 2024 Bible School for the Women Fellowship Choir Church Uyo Metropolitan Area Conference was held recently on the theme, Women, You Are the Salt of the Earth. The 3-day event brought together women from across the 2 superintendencies that form the Uyo Metropolitan Area Conference, reminding them of their pivotal role as seasonings in their families, communities, and the world at large. Mercy Ekere participated in the Bible school and now reports.
Salt is salt, lost is ever. Oh, then there will no flavor.
The wife of the General Superintendent and Chairman of Conference, Deaconess Victoria Ekpedeme Moffat, lectured on a sub-theme, Characteristics of a Woman Seasoned with Salt, which she listed to include humility, honesty, respectfulness, focus, an orderly organizer, a peacemaker, home builder, one who forgives, one who is not boastful and not competitive. She listed biblical examples of women seasoned with salt to include Queen Esther and Mary, the mother of Jesus Christ, urging the women to emulate such characters.
When you know your work as a woman seasoned with salt, you value it and bear jealousy. I pray the Lord will show us mercy as we want to maintain our position as the salt of the earth in the name of Jesus Christ.
The President, Uyo Metropolitan Area Women Fellowship, Deaconess Anyedi Yang, emphasized the importance of a seasoned woman in the 21st century, saying women of God ought to be cornerstones in their families, trailblazers in workplaces, and change makers in communities, urging them to have strong faith in God and seek His wisdom and guidance always.
My beloved women of God, as we navigate this world, may we be the salt that salts our neighbors, pots, our families, our churches, our places of business, our workplace, and Bible church in general.
At the Bible school, Deaconess Ida Robut made an exposition on the theme of the Bible school, while a guest speaker, Evangelist Inyene Akwa, lectured on the sub-theme, the role of a woman as a seasoner and preservative in a decayed society. The 2024 Bible School featured group sessions quiz competition between Iwere Fort Superintendency and Oku Superintendency Women Fellowship, which ended in draws. Roll call of participants, which saw the host superintendency, Oku, winner, Thanksgiving sessions, prayers, aerobics, amongst others. Messages of felicitation were received from the Uyo Area Conference Chairman, Reverend Inyebon Udo, represented by his wife, Deaconess Anefiok Udo, as well as guests who attended the event.
Celebrating you, unsung heroes, the strong pillars of our community, and the chief security officers of our families. If nobody values you, value yourself.
God has reason for giving this topic in times like this, so that we may add value to the world around us positively.
The chairman planning committee of the event, Deaconess Valerie Obut, said the school is apt for Christian women as it empowers them to be beacons of hope, love, and light in their families and society at large. While some participants bared their minds to Akbc News on the impact of the school.
Women should take up their responsibilities to be the salt by changing their lives to follow the lights of Christ. We have to influence other people positively wherever we are.
So in our marriages, in our career, in our profession, we should act as salt.
As a salt, we should be able to preserve the destiny of these children that are coming. How am I to do that as a salt? And to do that by using the word of God.
So I'm happy that I did not miss this. And any woman who has missed this has really missed a lot.
It's been 2 amazing days for the women of Bible Church Nigeria, Uyo Metropolitan Area Conference, for their 2024 Bible School with the theme, Woman, You Are the Salt of the Earth. As the women here, yours truly inclusive, have been reminded of their value as the salt in their homes and society at large. From Bible Church, Oku Ikodepene Road, Akbc News.
You're still watching Channel 45 News at noon. We take a break. We'll be right back. Stay with us.
Everything you go through in life is preparing you for your next assignment. My father was a police officer, so I lived in the barracks. A barracks like a mini in Nigeria, you find everybody there. My dad's salary, of course, couldn't meet the family income, so I had to sell soft drinks for my mother so that we can make up the family income. I used to take soft drinks from our home and I go to the airport and sell. It was fun. I didn't know I was going to ever get into hotel business. So eventually, my coke hawking helped me later in life when I started running my hotel. Those little things you did became building blocks for my later days in life. And you know what? My house was built on the same street I used to go through to hawk. And so everybody that saw me hawk these soft drinks for my mother, when I bought a land there and built my house, all of these people were still alive. It's like, some of them had to break their children. Look at me mentor these kids. Today, when I drive around the streets, sometimes you find people sell and you stop by. I just remember, it used to be like this. That hawking has helped me today to be able to serve the people. Accept the things you can't change and change the things you can, and ensure that you just have the fear of God in you. I think the only person that can stop you from achieving what God has set out for you is you.
Akwa Ibom is rising.
Welcome back. The Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited (NNPCL) says its ability to sustain regular supply of petrol across Nigeria is under threat, and that it is under financial duress due to the supply cost of premium motor spirit. The Chief Corporate Communications Officer of the NNPCL, Lufemi Shoneye, disclosed this in a statement made available to newsmen. He explained that in accordance with the Petroleum Industry Act, NNPC Limited remains dedicated to its role as the supplier of the last resort, ensuring national energy security. In recent months, petrol scarcity hit major cities across Nigeria with attendant effects on businesses and households. Life is a journey, and for Elder Mfonbasi Abraham of Nnoekbumo in Ibiako Ronoran local government area, the journey has come to an end. The funeral service of the 69-year-old Daddy Bam, as he was fondly called, was held at the Presbyterian Church of Nigeria, Uyo Cathedral Parish, and conducted by the Mary Slessor Parish of the Church Nwangeba in Uruan. The service featured renditions by several choirs from across the state, as well as tributes to the deceased, who was the father of a staff of the KBC News and Current Affairs Directorate, Maggie Bam.
The biography of the deceased indicates that he was a peaceful and loving man who related well with everyone he came across, including his business associates, who knew him as God-fearing. A timber trader, Elder Abraham was said to have established prayer networks and fellowships across different timber associations where he did his business. Daddy Bam was a lover and writer of songs, a legacy which he passed on to all his children as well as grandchildren, who are gospel music ministers, teachers, and writers of songs across the world.
Man who loved God passionately. Everything that the man laid his hands on was blessed, which made some of his business associates call him the multi. The truthful multi and lively hustler attracted many loving clients because of his sincerity and truthfulness in business and lifestyle. Umforo was a man full of compassion, not just for his beloved family and relatives, but also for everyone he knew, including his enemies.
The service was a concert of sorts, as several choir groups, including those led by his children, sang in his honor. a message to the congregants on the theme, There is Hope, the minister in charge, Mary Slessor Parish of the Presbyterian Church of Nigeria, Reverend Deborah Ibe, said, there is need for every Christian to have hope in Jesus Christ, no matter what they face in life, saying, God will always show up for his children.
People of God, there is hope for the needy. There is hope for those that died in Christ. There is hope for the Christians. Therefore, children of Abraham, also for Abraham, do not mourn as those that do not know that there is hope. Do not mourn as those that do not know that Christ is the head of our lives.
Prayers for comfort and strength were offered for the bereaved family. Some of his children, including Pastor Maggie Ban of Akbc, spoke fondly of their father.
My father, an amazing man, a philanthropist, a man whose heart feared the Lord. And it is a privilege to be a child to this great man. He might have left us here on earth, but his legacy will always live on. He has taught us love, he has taught us peace, he has taught us forgiveness, he has taught us the kingdom of the Almighty God. And this is what I stand to represent here on earth as long as my father is concerned.
He was a good father to us, and we miss him a lot. My father taught me how to give. Giving is the principal thing in life.
May the soul of Elder Fonbasi Abraham rest in peace. And before we go, another look at the top stories. Print and electronic media practitioners have urged government to inject funds into Akbc to enable it fulfill its mandate as a mouthpiece of the state. Speaking during the 37th anniversary celebration of the Akbc TV Chapel of the Nigeria Union of Journalists, they posited that logistics and equipment are core needs of the establishment. And we also told you that the university Don Francis Udodo has advocated training programs for academic and practitioners of real estate for them to keep abreast and in line with current global best practices. He was speaking while delivering the 104th inaugural lecture of the institution. That's our package this afternoon. Remember, the flagship bulletin on this station is at 8 o'clock in the evening. I hope you keep a date. Meanwhile, enjoy the rest of our programs. Once again, good afternoon.